What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 22, and I'm your host, California Cal. And this is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude. This show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life, because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, doper, and smoother life is to navigate. You dig? So, let's get into this. What's good, you guys? What is good? We got another on-the-go episode. I've been enjoying these lately, honestly. I've been having fun. I kind of feel there's something freeing about being away from the the professional setup. I don't know, it just feels good to do it this way lately. And when I do this like this, I realize that when I go back to my professional equipment, it just sounds that much better, and it's like I'm that much more appreciative of it. And we really got to fucking do what we got to do when we're faced with certain circumstances, right? And based off of all my circumstances at the moment, this is what makes sense to do. So I'm going to do it. And that ties into what the lesson and theme of today's episode is about, which is not letting a valuable hardship go to waste. Not letting valuable pain go to waste. Don't let valuable lessons be for no reason. Don't let perfectly good hardships and struggles and pain and heartbreak be for no reason. You know what I'm saying? If you dig what I'm saying, then pick up that shovel, player. You know? But no, so the reason I'm on this today is because this is something that I've been having to do and apply and make real for myself, which is not letting valuable hardships go to waste. And last night, fucking amen, my little one has been in this zone of testing me and seeing what the absolute limits are. And yesterday, he pushed me to my very end limit, and I fucking lost it. I didn't go do anything stupid, but I completely lost my, I don't know, it's not even my cool, but my sanity, I guess. It's my sanity was just all right, bro, peace, we'll see you later. And my kiddo, he knew what he was doing, but he didn't. It was he's testing me, and he doesn't really know exactly why. It's just part of growing up, you know? And then all of a sudden, it's he kept pushing me too far. It's he kept asking for something. I want to go walk this way. And we're already out on a walk, and we just came from that way. And I'm all right, bro, we just came from that way. It's I want to go on a walk. I'm you're on a walk. And it's no, well, I want to go that way. I'm and he just kept going. I was bro, please stop. We're not going that way. We just came from there. We got to go back home now. It's late. And he just kept pushing it, saying the same thing over and over. I'm dude, please stop. This is not how we do things, bro. It's not cool. It's not nice to keep asking the same thing over and over when somebody tells you no. I appreciate the persistence, and no, that's not what we're doing. And it's he started being not mean about it, but just super testing with it. And it just fucking pushed me over the limit, dude. I couldn't fucking take it. And it got to a point, it's I want to go that way, I want to go that way. I'm all right, fine. You know what, dude? If you want to go that way so bad, you go that way. But this is the direction that I'm going and that we're going. And if you want to do something different, go ahead, bro. Go walk that way. He's no! I come with you. Come with Papa. I'm all right, then let's go. I want to go that way. We're not going that way. Yeah, we're going to go that way. Please stop asking that. We're not going that way. Please stop. ah! And then it turned into like, stop, like, dude, stop. You know what I'm saying? And then it just kept fucking escalating. And it's like, he just kept doing it. And like, he's a smart dude, you know? It's like, he kind of, like I said, he's at that age where he's like testing, you know? He's 4, he's like freshly 4. So it's like, that's just what he's going to do, you know? And, it's like he just pushed it to the fucking limit, dude. And it got to the point where it's like every single thing we were doing was what he wanted, but he just had to have a problem with it. And I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what? Like, dude, can you just be cool, please? Like, what the hell? And that's the thing is, like, he just did not want to be cool. And I'm like, fuck, bro. So we got into a whole fucking, like, argument and whatever. Whoa, it's a fat-ass butterfly in front of me. Wow. It just flew in a circle around me. That was freaking cool. But no, so it's like I said, like, he pushed me to my limit, dude. And this is the thing, is like, I take responsibility for myself, my feelings, my actions, whatever. But it's like, dude, there's a certain point within, like, humans, I guess, to where it's like you ask somebody nicely so many times and they don't stop. And then it's like, no matter how you approach it, they're still doing it. And I'm like, dude, like, this is not cool, bro. So that's what, like, was happening. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, all right, I get it. I've done that to people. You know, it's like, this is like the lesson routing back around to me, you know? There's instances where I did that with my parents growing up, or like ex-girlfriends, or even friends, I guess, you know, where it's like, I'm just like testing people and I'm not even trying to, you know? It's just like where I'm at in my growth in those stages, you know? And that's the thing, is like, all right, like, how do I analyze the situation, not make him or myself bad or wrong, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave a bad taste in your mouth sort of thing, like, move forward with baggage. Like, how do we not do that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my part in the whole situation. I'm like, what did I do to cause this or to facilitate this? And I was like, well, I guess I kept engaging. You know, there was times I would just be like, bro, like, you're yelling, you're whining. Like, that's the thing. I do not do whining, dude. Like, if there's one thing on this planet I cannot handle, is whining. Like, I do not do whining. Like, we don't play those games. I do not play those games. Like, don't bring that shit to me. Like, take that somewhere else. Whoa, what the fuck kind of bug is that? What the heck is that? It's like a grasshopper stink bug, dude. I've never seen anything like that. It was like limping down the trail. What the heck? But it was hopping and it looked like a stink bug. Weird. Anyway, oh, lizard. No, so that happened. I'm like, all right, like, how could I play this better? You know, it's like, if this instance were to happen again, how do I not lose my shit and keep my cool, you know? And, like, I don't know. It's the thing, is, like, at a certain point, like, he knew he was just being a punk, dude. Like, he knew it later, though, you know? Like I said, it wasn't malicious. It was just, like, a stage of growth sort of thing, you know? It's the same thing when it's, like, you have a newborn baby and they fucking scream all in the middle of the night. Like, it doesn't stay like that forever. It's just a part of the growth, and it's a part of that stage of development. You know what I mean? And, like, especially, like, the smarter your kids are, the more they're going to test you, because they're seeing things and understanding things and thinking about things and having different viewpoints on things than, like, we even understand for ourselves. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's either they're ahead, behind, or just on a whole different fucking playing field. And when that happens, it's just like, all right. And you know what I realized? A big thing that's like, a thing between parents and their kids. is like, oftentimes, and I guess with couples too, and just relationships or with people in general, is that it's like sometimes people are coming from they're playing two different games in life, and so it's like the field they're looking at is different. And oftentimes, one person is trying to explain how to play the game correctly and explaining to the other person that they're playing the game wrong or incorrect or how they could play it better or something. And it's like, the other person's listening from, no, that doesn't apply to my game. That doesn't even work. It's like one guy's playing fucking football and the other guy's playing soccer. And I realize that might sound funny if you're not an American, a United States of American. But anyway, football, soccer, that one, versus American football. You throw the football, grab it with your hands, all that shit, right? So it's like, if I'm playing football and I think you're playing football, but really you're playing soccer, and you think I'm playing soccer, then when I tell you, catch the fucking ball, run, you're gonna be like, no. You can't even touch the ball. What are you talking about? Like, I'm the forward, not the goalie. Why would I put my hands on the ball? That's going to make me lose the game fastest. Right? And so it's like, no, you got to kick the ball. Then the person who's playing football is like, no, I'm not the kicker. Like, I'm the wide receiver. Like, why? I have no business kicking the ball. Right? So then that's a disagreement. Because both people mean well, but both people are kind of saying the wrong thing because they haven't checked in to see what the game the other person's playing. And I think that's the importance of, like, when we have conversations with people, is like, understand where they're coming from. You know, and like what their context and what their perspective on life is. Because I know when I talk to people, I'm never looking for like a pat on the back or an agreeance or something. Like, I would prefer somebody like make points back to me than just be like, oh yeah, you know. I mean, if they fully agree, then cool. But it's like, I love when we can actually like engage in a conversation and have things go back and forth and learn and become better. And I have to understand that I wasn't always this way and that a lot of other people aren't that way. So oftentimes when I come from a place of, or when I'm in a conversation with people, I come from a place of like, all right, well, how can we understand and grow and heal this and move forward? But then sometimes people are in a place of like, I just want to complain about it and keep telling the same story over and over. And it's like a lot of times people will use certain hardships and stories as their alibi for their alibi to like not pursue their dreams or what they love or get what they really want in life. And as long as you have these stories, these alibis, then like, I don't know, we forever run this bullshit story and we never have real growth for ourselves and experience the depths and beauty that life has to offer. Because that's the thing, is life is so deep, and the deepest conversation or thought or feeling or experience you've ever had, it only gets deeper. You know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of people are afraid, and that's fine. We're all afraid of stuff. But it's like, how are you going to relate to your fear? How are you going to relate to life? Why not go out and just appreciate it and dive into the depth of life's beauty? You know what I mean? So like, we don't all come from the same place with our thinking and our perspective and our context. So this is why I'm so big on like, yo, if we can share context and perspectives, then we understand where each other's coming from right from the fucking jump, dude. Like, if I understand the context you view life from, I can have a completely open and free conversation with you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have to know all your story, where you come from or whatever. It's just like, I just have to know the place that you speak from and the context that you have on life and listening and growth, or not growth. And meet at that level. Because that's the thing is like a lot of times people will try and I do this sometimes, and I used to be really bad at it, but it's like forcing my level upon other people. Because it's like I'm trying to teach, I'm trying to help, I'm trying to share, but it's like I'm being forceful with my level. And it's like if somebody, if you look at it like video games, it's like, fuck, if you haven't got to, you're playing Mortal Kombat, you haven't got to Goro yet, like you kind of, or like, let's say you all of a sudden jump to Goro, but you haven't fought all the main characters first, you're just going to keep getting your ass whooped because you have no idea of how the previous levels worked. So when you're in that higher level, at that point, you just don't get it. And we're all at different stages, it's like, I'm not saying I'm on some high level by any means. I'm just saying like, we're all at different levels at different times and stuff. Sometimes we're on the same, sometimes we're not, whatever, right? It's just life. But that's the thing is like, how many of us try and force our level on people? And they're either like on levels ahead or levels behind. And it's like when you do that to people who are levels ahead, they just kind of look at you and smile and just allow it because they're ahead and they understand like that newness and that ignorance, you know what I'm saying? So it's like such a trip. But not like to force our points of views on people is like we end up with arguments, or it's like you need to convince somebody of your way or whatever. It's like one of the hardest things for me would be to allow people to be wrong. And like now, if people are wrong and they're kind of like forceful, they're like pushy or adamant about theirs is the right way, I just let it. Before I would always have to correct. I couldn't accept it for what it is. Like, see, this is the thing though. If I sense that somebody's open, then I'll correct it or say, hey, this or that. Or if there's a teaching moment or lesson, then let's turn that on and apply that. But I don't know if you guys just heard in my voice, I kind of got scared for a minute. Because this big ass fucking dog just sitting there with this kind of creepy looking dude. And the dog was looking at me hella weird, bro. Like, it was fucking big, dude. And it had, like, bloodshot eyes. It was scary. Anyways, I just wanted to turn around. I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's just keep walking. Every time I see a dog like that, my fucking fear level just spikes, dude. But you know what? Like I said, it's about facing it. Like, that's a valuable hardship for me, right? Is like to encounter fucking... And like I said, like people's dogs scare me 1,000 times more than wild animals. Because people's dogs, their mind's been altered. Their mind's been shifted and like different, and domestication causes some sort of insanity amongst things. Even it's like if you look at like the dolphins at the fucking at SeaWorld, right? Or the Shamu or whatever. Like they're just doing this act. These animals aren't actually happy. You know what I mean? Them hitting the ball like that, like it's not actually fun. Like they might enjoy the company or the attention, but like they're doing that out of misery because of the domestication, right? So when you domesticate any living being, you've now altered its entire mind and natural state and way of being. So that's why people's dogs, when they're just walking, fucking fuck with me, because it's half that human's stuff inside that dog. Their ideologies, their ways of feeling and thinking and interpreting people. And that's what makes it extra fucking scary for me. Now, at the same time, it's funny because when I say this, a lot of people just go into defense mode so fast. Yeah, but like, what if we're improving the dog's life? We're taking care of it. It would have had a shittier life elsewhere. I get it, right? I'm not saying that it's bad to have a pet and take care of it and give it a good life. Because yes, absolutely, there's plenty of amazing, friendly dogs with amazing, friendly owners and just real kind people. I get it. And it's just weird to me and in my soul to think of the idea of owning another being. Because it's like, I don't own my kids. So like, why would I own the soul and the physicality of this dog? And then here's the other part where, again, people just can't hear this conversation at times. You go, yeah, but I connect with my dog and show it love, this and that. It's like, I know. I'm not saying that that's not real. I'm just saying from this angle, when I look at it from that angle, I'm like, it sits weird with me and I don't like it. And then people go, oh, well, it's not like I own the dog. It's free to do whatever it wants, whatever. It's like, okay, then if it's free to do whatever it wants, why does it have to sit when you tell it to sit or come when you tell it to come? You know what I mean? So that's what fucks me up is like, there's a wild dog, a wild tiger, who can't tell it to come because it's free. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that sits weird with me. Like, it just resonates in my soul odd. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't own pets, dogs, whatever. Yes, take care of animals, give them a good life. But how many people come from this, like, I rescued her, she rescued me. It's like, hey, bro, just stop. Like, it's like, dude, if you're really out rescuing animals, like, you'd be doing what Brian from I Saved a Puppy is doing. Like, that man rescues animals. Go follow him on Instagram, wherever. If you need a dog, an animal, talk to Brian from We Save the Puppy. They work with Chipotle Pets in Tijuana. Brian is the motherfucking man. He is the man. Like, he rescues and saves dogs, like, on a whole nother level. And if you want to know what it really looks like to rescue dogs, go follow We Save the Puppy, or I Saved the Puppy. I forget it's I Saved the Puppy, We Save the Puppy. But it's like a little blue banner logo thing. Yeah, shout out to Brian. Real good dude. Amazing heart and actions. Anyways, that's really saving puppies and dogs. So, like I said, sure, the whole rescue thing, you know, that's cool. But it's like, I don't know, when I hear people talk like that, I hear the sense of, like, ownership inside of their speaking, and it fucks with me. I'm like, bro, like, you think you own the soul of this animal? Like, that's a trip. Like, you own this animal? And I realize, like I said, how everybody fucking says when I bring this type of stuff up, yeah, but we don't think of it like that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, why not just appreciate the context and the reality of what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to fucking believe this or whatever, but it's like everything said we should try on and think about, because think about this. If you try on that idea and you consider it, that allows you to become a better fucking dog owner, pet owner, whatever you want to call yourself. Caretaker, whatever. Like, it just makes you a better one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the more context you have around having animals and stuff, the better of a caretaker you can be for those animals. So, this is why these are the conversations that need to be had. These aren't the easy conversations. These aren't the conversations that we just fucking whatever. Whoa, bird. These are conversations that need to be had. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just stuff to think about. It's stuff to consider. It's stuff to sit on. It's stuff to analyze. You know what I mean? Because it's like, dude, why else? Like, why else do we even have the ability to talk? You know what I mean? Why do we have the ability to think and analyze and feel if we're not going to fucking share it or think, analyze, and feel, right? So why not think, analyze, and feel what it means to fucking go through some hard shit and go through some easy shit and just navigate life better, right? So with all that being said, this brings it all back around to the fact that I'm on a sketchy ass trail, dude. This is sketchy. Dude, I almost got robbed yesterday, day before yesterday, too. Out over here, by the way. Sorry, I just found a golf ball. I'm trying to take it out of the floor. Come on, Chuck. It's not coming out. Okay. I just got excited and my brain went like a bunch of different ways here. Okay, let's just go hit this first. So day before yesterday, I almost got robbed. It was a fucking trip, dude. I walked, what am I talking about? I dropped my son off at school, and then I came over to the Sketchy hiking trail, and, I normally come to the Sketchy hiking trail. So I went to another spot, and it's just all these, like, bougie, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, soccer mom, corny dad type crowd, pushing all the fancy strollers and all this shit, and, like, oh, I just came into a sketchy fucking area. Where am I, dude? Sorry, hold on, oh, hell no. There's fucking, like, Jordans down here in a fire pit. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Hold on. Actually, let me take a picture first. Okay. Alright, you guys. I'm out of here. Fuck that. That's way too sketchy. I am not fucking with shit like that. And this is how I managed to not get robbed, is the same kind of mindfulness. I see. That's a pretty sick little homeless camp, though, honestly. It's like beachy, and there's a river that goes by with a dope tree. I'll use the picture I just took as the cover photo for this episode. So I go to the fucking park at this other spot. There's all these people. I'm like, I don't like doing things where there's other people, like just crowds and strangers. Like, I want to be out by myself. And because I'm that way, I'm like, I'm out of here. So I go to a different spot, and on my way to this other spot, so I'm at this place, so I go, sorry, I'm kind of like tripping because there's scary dogs up around the corner somewhere, I think. So I go to the next spot, and on my way there, I see this dude, and it's this fucking sketchy looking essay dude, and it's like hot as fuck. He's got on black jeans, black shirt, black hoodie, and he's carrying a big black jacket, and he's riding like the token stolen mountain bike. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But he had that energy of the, like, there's this certain, I don't remember if I talked about this on the show or not, but there's a certain type of, like, essay type of, like, gangster dude in the streets who's the persona of, like, I don't know, the only way I could describe it is they come up and compliment you in this terrifying way. And they come up like, hey, what's up, fool? Like, they don't come off as threatening, but it's entirely threatening. Like, they come up and they're like, hey, what's up, fool? Hey, that's a nice bike you got there, dog. Hey, those some nice-ass shoes, homie. Hey, I like your jacket. How much one of those cost, dog? And they turned Vietnamese. Like, hey, how much one of those cost, homie? And you're like, oh, fuck. But it's weird because if you stop and you talk to those people, then they'll rob your ass. But it's also weird because if you just keep it pushing, they just stop. It's weird, dude. It's like this certain energy that they possess. But this guy had that energy. And to me, that's the sketchiest energy there is, just out and about. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So I see him and I'm like, yo, that's that energy. Like, fuck, I haven't seen one of these fools in a minute. And I'm like, watching them. And then it turns out that, like, so I go and I park at this next spot I'm going to go hike, or where I normally hike on the Sketchy trail. And then, like, a couple minutes later, this fool pulls up, and he goes and there's like 3 cars in the parking lot, including me. So there's 2 other cars. And he goes and he's circling around each car, looking inside, considering. And then at the time, there was like 2 like sketchy homeless type people parked in the parking lot. So like I somehow had the nicest car in the parking lot. And so he comes up to me, and I'm like parked along the side of all these bushes. So like it makes no sense for any person to come between the bush and my car. Like, I park super close to these bushes. Like, it's a whole open field, and he just comes right by me. And it's literally like, as I'm getting out, I didn't see him coming by me. So he comes and fucking circles around, and I stood outside my door, and as I put my feet on the floor, I see him like towards like the middle of the car on the opposite side, going between the bush and the car is only like a couple feet. And then he circles around, and he didn't know I was there. So I opened the door and I stopped, and I was like, ooh, I see this motherfucker coming towards me. So I positioned myself to be able to slam him with the door and knock this fool out, like to put myself in a good position. So then so I put myself in a good position to be able to like protect myself and defend myself. And here goes that big ass dog, and fucking scary. So I put myself in a position to protect myself, and it's fun. I'm more scared of fucking dogs, like people's dogs, than fucking sketchy tweakers, which is interesting. But anyway, tweaker dude, sketchy guy, he's like looking at all the cars, trying to rob people and shit. And like I said, I had the nicest car in the lot, so he comes over. He's like circling, and this fool comes up within like 2 feet of me. And because I'm not driving my car, I'm driving my mom's car. It's like a newer Beamer, and like a kind of like soccer mom looking car. Like, you wouldn't expect anybody from the hood or from the streets or like with some hood in them to be driving this kind of car. So he comes all close, and it's like he's straight up trying to steal shit. Like, I know what this looks like, right? And he's like 2 feet from me. And I was just like, sup, homie? And he just like, oh shit. Like, it was weird though, because he didn't even get startled or nothing. He just kind of like lifted his head a little, and then was like, you can kind of tell he's like, oh. Like, he's just so used to this shit, you know? And it was broad daylight. It's like noon practice. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon while he's doing this. Like, this dude didn't give a fuck. And so I do that, and he kind of just, oh shit, and he rides away. And I was like, yo, what the fuck, dude? And but it was crazy though, because I think of all the steps I had to take all in a flash of an instant. Had I walked several feet away from the car and just closed the door and kept going, I would have put myself in a dangerous disadvantage. You know? What in the fuck is that? Bro, there's the weirdest shit ever over here. What are these? There's like rolled up cloth things, and then there's a fucking rubber sandal with a plastic bag tied all around it. There's just truly weird shit over here. But at the same time, it's so beautiful with all these flowers and trees and native plants, man. And plants from Africa and all over the world. This place is amazing. San Diego's cool. Anyways, excuse me. Had I just gone about my normal day the way that I wanted it to be normal, I would have got myself jacked, most likely. Because I would have walked away from the car. It would have allowed him to fucking break the windows, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I was like, there's something in every person from the streets. Well, not every, but majority of the people who come from the hood or the streets or anything, you know that there's just certain gut instincts you absolutely fucking trust. And you have to. Because that's the thing that keeps you alive. That's how you don't get killed. Like, you have to trust that gut instinct. And that's the difference between, like, the gangsters and the people from the hood who fucking end up in jail for life or make decisions that cost them the rest of their life, is that they don't know how to listen to that gut feeling or trust it. They just go off of the wild instinct. And being able to trust your gut instinct, and there's a certain kind, when it comes to danger and safety and protection, when it comes to gang shit, because a lot of this gang shit is just this big energy thing. And as soon as you see certain people and it's like you see this combination of things kind of collapse into the certain order. And when you see 1 + 1 = 2 and 2 + 1 = 3 and 3 + 1 = 4, and you see everything just adding up, you're like, oh, fuck, shit's about to go down. Like, I would always know, like, quite a bit in advance when shit was really gonna crack off. Because there's so many little energy switches that get flipped. Like, especially in, like, a gang fight. Anytime I've been in one, it's just been, like, it's like little switches are getting switch. And then all of a sudden, there's, like, one switch that you just do not flip, or it's war. And I've seen so many times people from both sides of different gangs or whatever get to this point and they respect that switch. And they're like, it's not worth taking it here. You know what I mean? And it's like, and you'll literally see the OGs just step up and fucking talk and whatever. Like, the little homies will be doing their shit, and you'll see these little cats just wanting to scrap and this and that. And then that causes the whole chain of command to get set off, especially if, like, somebody's little homie gets their ass beat. Then they don't say, oh, such and such did it. They say, oh, this clique did this set did that. So now it's like, fuck all these guys versus just one person, because that person's affiliated with all these other people. So that's the thing, though. It's like, in that culture and in the instance of danger, there's so many switches of energy that go off and that alarm off and that get turned over or switched or whatever, however you want to say it. And it's very evident what the fuck is about to go down next. So, like, that's one thing, is like, I noticed, like, dude, I see this sketchy ass fool being sketchy and the fucking switches are getting flipped. You know, like, my internal danger switches are flipping on and turning off, like, the, how do you say it, lazy, I don't know, I never even use that word. But, like, turn off, like, the kickback mode and the, oh, I'm just going for a exercise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to shut off. And what has to turn on is, I need to protect myself, and I need to watch out for myself and my property. So, doing that, I was able to stay safe in that instant, because had I walked out, it would have just put me and my stuff in danger. And I see no reason to do that when I have the ability to be mindful for it. So the thing is, because all these energy switches went off and awareness switches went off in me, I was able to, like, hone in my vision on the right moves and the right way to do stuff. And that's the thing, is, like, that's why I say it's like, not everybody can make it through the streets or through the hood, or, like, not everybody gets to make it out. And it's unfortunate, because a lot of people are, like, aren't tapped into that awareness. Or if they are, like, I don't know, then you survived, it seems. So I look at all of that and I'm like, damn, I can now stay safe because of the accumulation of sketchy shit and scary and unfortunate seeming shit I've had go down in my life, to now protect me, my kids, my property, and other people, and spread awareness and consciousness and context around these sorts of things. So that way we can live an easier, doper, and smoother life. Right? Because why the fuck not? It's an option. And especially now, if you just heard that it's an option and you didn't know it was an option, then now you know it's an option. So I took this whole blow up and meltdown I had with my kid, and we shifted all the energy and we brought it to a place of understanding. And I was like, dude, like, that's not cool, man. Like, you can't push people that far. If somebody says no, they say no. It's not because people just want to tell you no. It's like, as your dad, like, Papa never wants to tell you no for the sake of saying no. You know, it's like, there's sometimes some things I just know better and I see. And even though you're very smart and you're learning and you understand a lot. And I was like, dude, you're probably more powerful than me, to be honest. And even though if at times you're more powerful, there's times where I just have more experience and I know better. And it's my job to help raise you and guide you and direct you so you can do all the things by yourself, the best, the safest, and the funnest. It's like, I'm telling you no because, and like the reason I told them we couldn't go that way is because there was sketchy people at the fucking bus stop. And I'm like, I'm not trying to engage in all this shit right now. Like, we're going to go on the other side of the street. And that was how it all started, you know? So it's like, I just had to fucking regroup, talk with him. He understood, you know? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry, blah, blah. Like, I know, like, and it was crazy. We just had this crazy bonding moment. But like, I could have used that to just stay mad. And like, old me probably would have handled things like that. And then by the time he fell asleep, I would have been all regretful and dumb feeling and all this. But I was like, I stopped. I separated myself. Especially because I was losing my shit. And just went back to fucking understanding, you know? It's like, all right, man, like, look, dude. I had to see my part. I had to see his part. And that's the thing is, even if somebody else is being 100% a pain in the ass, it's you, like, we as the individuals still have the choice of how to feel about it and how to react to it. So this is why personal responsibility is a must always thing forever. You know what I mean? Hey, what the hell is it? Oh, no, thank you. Oh, big ass wasps. I'm straight, bruh. But, yeah, man. Yo, there's some guy sleeping in the bushes right here, too. Kind of startled me a little. But, dude, like, that's the thing is we can harness all these hardships into something beautiful. And I see that right now, this phase of life I'm in, dude, like, my entire identity is being tested and shifted and tried. And like being out of work, having so much work get canceled and not having a place to work from and all this, it's like, it fucks with my mentality and my peace and my internal state and being. Because let's say you are whatever you are as a profession. Let's say you're a nurse. And then all of a sudden, they're like, well, you're the doctor today. You're the surgeon. You're like, what? No, I'm not. I'm just a nurse. Like, what are you talking about? Or, let's say you're a nurse and you're a RN, and they make you start doing CNA level things. You're like, no. I'm an RN. That's not my identity. I've worked beyond that. Right? It's the same thing. It's like, or I haven't worked hard. I haven't worked for that yet. So no, I'm not the surgeon. And no, I'm not the CNA either. It's like, I'm the fucking RN. I should be doing my job. So now imagine life just said, nope. Now you're actually a popsicle salesperson. You sell popsicles and talk to distributors about selling popsicles. That's who you are now. So that's what happened with like my workplace getting shut down and shit. Is like, all right, well, it just put me in this place of like, no, that's who I am. This is who I am. And life is like, really, bro? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Whoa! The hell is that? Oh, it's a butterfly. Whoa, hey, buddy. Dude, that would trip me the fuck out. It was all black. Oh, my sticker. It was all black with like this white lining around it. It looked fucking trippy as shit. There's lizards everywhere today. Well, lately. So yeah, man. Every opportunity that shit falls apart is an opportunity to collect, recollect, gather ourselves, pick up the pieces. And if you had to fully fucking restart life like I did, and you feel like you're already grown the fuck up and you're too old to be doing this shit, you're not. Because life is always evolving and growing and twisting and reshaping and refitting, and we're in a new age now. We really are. Look at society in the United States. People can't even say like, oh, that's a man, that's a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, why are we so far out of touch with reality? Like, it doesn't need to be this way. We're not this stupid. You know what I'm saying? But shit, some are, whatever. It doesn't even matter. And then that's the other thing is you got a lot of people who are healers stepping up to the plate and taking their position and stepping into their role. Then you got a lot of people who are fake healers stepping into this role. You got people who are greedy, people who are malicious, have bad intent, people with good intent, people who are fully compassionate and giving and caring through and through. And this is why I share all these different contexts, so it's like we can understand who's what and get the best from ourselves. Because I've worked with very powerful healers, I've worked with very powerful shamans, and I've worked with very powerful teachers. And like, I fortunately have had the experience of dealing with the real deal version of these people versus like the hocus pocus version of these people. And that's the thing is like the hocus pocus people, we just don't talk about them. You know, it's like we just acknowledge their existence, and that's cool. And for some people, it's very healing, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do for some people. You know, and that's perfect. That's beautiful. And here's the thing is because the awakening is happening. I've been talking about this for a while. A lot of people have been talking about this. There's a major awakening happening, a major shift. Life is changing. Shit is different. Like things are just different forever. Just because of everything that's happened. And there's no going back to whatever the fuck life was. Because we're only here now moving forward and everything that's happened has happened. So, being that that's the case, what are we going to do? What can we create from a place and space and mentality of nothing? From absolutely nothing. No preconceived notion, no preconceived intellect or thoughts or anything. Just from nothing. A space of present nothingness. A blank canvas. What can you create? You know? Because it's like, if you've restarted life, no, you're not alone, because I'm doing this. I got family who's doing this. I got friends who are doing this. And we're all doing the fucking work. And there's many, many, many of us doing the work who are powerful people, who are just now discovering and stepping into our true power and beauty that we really possess. And I think it's our responsibility to hone in on it and heal the world and the people and the confusion and shit. Now, here's the other thing is that doesn't mean to get rid of all of it. We need evil. We need confusion. We need bullshit. We need all that stuff because that's the contrast of life. You know what I mean? Things wouldn't be beautiful if things weren't ugly. Like, we need it. We may not want it or like it. And it's just a necessary part of life. You know what I mean? It's like, we can look at anything this way. It's like, all right, is a war a good thing? Well, they're standing up for our country and the people and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then war is a good thing. Right? No, but they're killing people, blah, blah. Okay, then war's a bad thing. So which one is it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the thing is like, people will support our country going to war and at the same time say, oh, we shouldn't kill people, we should have this and that. And then you got people who are like, but go kill those people. You know, it's like, dude, like, what are we even doing or talking about? We make no fucking sense. So, if that's the case, then we might as well make sense of our own fucking mind and doings and thinkings and thoughts and actions and intentions, get purposeful about them, and just directly work towards that. You know what I mean? So, let's use all the pain, all the lessons, all the hardship as the greatest stepping stool to our success and victories in life. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful motherfucking day. I'm looking at hundreds upon thousands of yellow and white daisies dancing in the wind, and it's fucking beautiful. I hope you guys get out and enjoy the flowers, enjoy the sun. It's really nice today. So, please be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell your best friends, cousins, butterfly harvesting, butter knife sculpting, butterfly knife making uncle about the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast, because this is season 3, episode 20 motherfucking 2, and we're gonna keep it realer than Mr. Magoo with poo on his shoe. You dig? I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace.